Wagwan, my people. Quick thing before we kick off. The views where you hear upon the Father to Father podcast, them strictly. The hosts, guests, and contributors. Them now represent Catholic Notebook, Spirit Stream Studios, the diocese, university, or any affiliated groups, you see me? And remember, this podcast is strictly for adult ears, so listen up with discretion.
Welcome to Father, where life and faith meet. A place for the soul, where wisdom speaks. Hope in the message, strength in the beat. Welcome to Father, where life and faith meet.
What's going on, man?
Whew, nothing much.
Yeah, it's been a week.
It has been a week.
Yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Dr. Giovanni. With me is my right hand, my main man.
Father Greg Lambert.
Hey, yo. So, we got this question. I don't even know where to put this, so I'm just gonna put this in the intro. I'm gonna ask you the question the way the question was was posed. It is what it is. I want you also to know that this came from a listener, so don't look at me sideways acting like, oh, I'm the one who said it. Before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, open up your second browser. Yeah, that's it. You did it. That's right. Good. Now scroll down. 5 stars.
This is weird.
1,
This is weird.
2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now you see where it says review. Be like, oh, I like these guys. Now go to CatholicNoble.org/father. That's CatholicNoble.org/
F2F.
Scroll down, click on the tip jar, and just be like, yo, here's $5 for the books. Here's $25 for the books. Here's $999.99 for the book. Here's 2 cents. Because you pinched together your last 2 shekels and you threw it in the books.
That's biblical.
Just like the old lady did. Jesus looking at you be like, see? She know what she doing.
Yeah, and you should be happy with the 2 cents because it's worth more than anything else.
You know what?
Because less she had, right?
She had actual precious metals, my guy. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing as like 2 pennies. All right, but here's what I was saying to you, right? So this question came in, and it was kind of weird, but I was just like, I'm gonna let it rock. It's for you.
Oh.
When receiving communion, is it inappropriate to just fall to your knees and say,
What?
and ask for communion in the middle of the communion line?
No, it's not. You can receive communion on your knees.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a problem
All
at all.
right, cool. Because the person, basically, it was a lot longer of an email, but basically he's like, she was like, yo, I came to church, normal time, whatever. I took my shoes off. I'm walking barefoot in the middle of the aisle. I had my veil on, and then I dropped to my knees, and I said, Father, please give me communion.
You don't.
And then the priest just kind of looked like a deer in headlights, and then
Probably, yeah.
motioned over the deacon, and the deacon gave me communion. I don't know how I feel about it.
My question immediately would be, do you have a history of doing this?
I don't know.
Like, does he know who you are? Because if he was a deer in headlights, either you've never done that before or he's never seen you before. And honestly, if you would have just gone down to your knees to reverently receive the Eucharist and said nothing, and just said amen, there would have never been a pause. But because you said, Father, please, that made him think either this is the first time she's doing this, which is a problem.
Which is an issue.
That's an issue. That's a canonical issue. Or she's mentally ill.
Also, I
Which
love
is also an issue.
how he's like, hey, yo, deacon, this is your job. Come here. Come over here.
He wanted a witness. He was like, I don't know what you all about. I don't know what you got going on. But it's not going to be me that you take down.
Oh, yeah, he just said that was it. I don't know. I think, listen, if you're going to receive communion. There's some churches that have like railings still, and they allow, like, some pastors are like well-minded enough to say, like, hey, have told their parishioners, if you want to receive, don't just fall to your knees in the middle of the aisle. That's kind of weird. Just come over to the railing, and then, we will give you communion on the railing. Just walk over there. It's like someone will give you communion.
That takes a lot of not just foresight, but also knowing who your people are.
Yeah.
Because that can divide a parish so quickly, needlessly, I would say.
Yeah. But also, so does taking off your shoes, walking barefoot in the middle of the aisle, and then dropping to your knees and just being like, "Father, please."
That's because one is acceptable, the other one is not. So I don't know what else to tell you about that.
Oh, good, man. You see, this is what we ask the questions. This is why we ask the questions, right? Hey, you ready to get started?
Always.
Yo, Father Greg, Dr. G, what's good? I know it sounds weird, I know it's misunderstood. The story's wild, yes, out there, no doubt. But just lean in close, just hear me out. Hear me, hear me, hear me out. Give me time, let me speak, no doubt.
You ready for some hear me outs?
I guess, yeah.
But hear me out. This one is a wild title. But hear me out. 5 stars, number 1 star. Got confession on Thursdays. And if you're church student confession on Thursdays, let us know. CatholicNoBit.org/follow the fathers. CatholicNoBit.org/
F2F.
But hear me out. She put $200 on the books and claimed it was from all of us. It was a $42,000 car. Nah.
What?
That's the title.
That's so specific.
That's the title. I'm Marcus, and my wife Sarah have been together for a long time. We have 2 kids, and our youngest son, Jalen, was just about to graduate. He's smart, stayed out of trouble, good grades. Me personally, I wanted to get him something, and I don't believe in like getting some raggedy starter car every 2 years. I wanted him to start with a solid car up front, 0 mileage, reliable, cheap parts, easy repairs, something where he can get it at the start of college and then carry it through all the way beyond college. So quietly, I started putting money away. I wasn't on Facebook talking about like, ooh, trying to be a father. Look at me. I wasn't trying to be on GoFundMe or anything like that. I was just literally just stacking bread, working overtime, stacking bread. My sister Danielle knew what I was doing, and she said, "Oh my goodness, that was so beautiful. I want to help. I want to be involved." Father Greg, when someone says, "I want to help and I want to be involved," what does that sound like to you? Now, the reason I'm asking you and not Dr. Gio, because I know what Dr. Gio's going to say. What would you say in all your charity? Because Dr. Gio and I are on the same page here. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Now I feel attacked. I thought we really, what are we doing?
I don't know.
I would say that help means that they're probably going to try and, put a significant portion or go halvesies or at least give a quarter or match.
Cool. Then they wrote, cool. I'm not trying to stop anybody from helping. I think they just anticipated you to respond.
I think so.
They're like, cool.
How often are you listening to these podcasts?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm happy I'm consistent, but my gosh.
They're like, cool. I'm not stopping everybody from helping. She sent over $200 one time and put for Jalen's car, smiley face, in the memo. All right. Thank you. That's nice. Fast forward to the graduation. Whole family's there. Before I can even think, she already saw the box with the keys in it, clocked it, picked it up, handed it to Jalen's like, "This is from all of us."
Huh? Nah, fam. Absolutely not.
Jalen is such a good boy. He opened it and said, "Oh, seriously?" And just each person in the room, "Thank you so much." Hug, look them in the eye. Thank you. You shouldn't. Stopped in front of me and said, "Dad, I don't deserve this at all. You should have gave this to my sister. Thank you so much." And he was crying.
He's thankful. He sounds like a great kid.
He's like, he was crying. And the whole room was just like, "Oh, Jalen, you're so good." And it wasn't like he was faking, because I know when my son is faking. He was truly like, I shouldn't have this. And then I looked at my sister, and internally I said, girl. And he goes over to my sister and says, thank you so much, Auntie. Thank you. I don't know what it cost you, but thank you so much. And she said, it was a sacrifice, but we all work together. And then I lost it. I said, yeah, son, we love you. Go outside and look at your car for a second. I got to talk to your auntie real quick. And then he left.
She ran into the kitchen. She picked up the mixer and said, "What you do to my potato salad?"
He left. And my wife immediately goes, honey, please, not today.
She already knew. She clocked it. She saw it happen. She said, "Oh, it's going to be a fight."
And I said, no, we're going to do this today. I turned to Danielle. I can't say that. I said, what the you mean from all of us? The whole room got quiet. She started laughing nervously. No, I said, no, don't laugh like you the Joker. You put $200 on the books for a $42,000 car. If you want equal credit, I'm missing $9,600 from your end. Where's my check?
Ooh.
My wife said, Marcus, please.
Marcus has done this before, dog. This is not his first rodeo. He's thrown people to the carpet. Marcus has had time since the beginning, dog. Oh,
Marcus, please, your blood sugar. Your blood pressure. Honey, Jessica, go get your dad some water and the blood pressure medication. I said, nah, sir. Every single time. Every damn time.
oh my goodness.
There ain't no we. There ain't no we. There's no we in overtime. There's no we in my shift. There's no we sitting out trying to figure out.
Yo, Marcus is losing it. He felt a certain type of way.
There's no we comparing warranties for 3 months. And then my daughter, the crazy part about all this, I'm losing my mind. And my daughter just leaned back, brought me the water, and said, I mean, Dad's kind of right, though. And my wife was just like, Jessica, don't encourage him. Danielle looked hurt, talking about, I was just trying to make him feel supported. I said he did feel supported till you tried to steal valor from a car payment. My wife is in the room trying to calm everybody down. My son's outside, oblivious to what's going on inside. And Danielle is just like, you always embarrass me in front of people. And I said, stop doing weird stuff in front of people and I won't need to embarrass you.
You can tell they're related, dog. You can tell they're related. He's dealt with this for a long time.
Now apparently I'm materialistic and keeping score.
What? No, you're not. I'm sorry. You're not. You're fine.
No, I just don't like people when no, I just don't like when people put seasoning on a story they barely cooked. You don't throw parsley on top of you don't throw parsley on top of Thanksgiving dinner and tell folks you made the turkey. That's insane.
He's right though. Like I don't know what else to say.
So am I the villain?
No. I know you gotta do a recap, but the answer is no.
Whew, but hear me out. You only put $200 on the box. This is probably the best one we had. This is good. Basically, like, the dad wanted to do some of his son. The son,
right.
Like, good kid, all this stuff. Good grades, all this stuff. He's like, yo, I'm going to get you a car, but I need to, like, figure it out. He's working overtime to get him a car. $42,000 to get him a car. Sister wanted to be involved. Only gave him $200. Sister clocked it, wanted to get the validation. The son sounds like a real good kid.
Yeah,
like
congratulations
a real
on that.
humble kid. Like, you did a great job, Dad.
Yes.
You and your mom, you and your wife did a great job raising your kid.
And your wife really cares about your blood sugar. Like, she actually really loves you, dude.
She was like, your blood sugar, your blood pressure, baby, stop. Like, it's like, yo, tell me your wife is white without telling me your wife is white. Without telling me your wife is white, yeah. Because I can see Brittany doing the same thing, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
Marcus
going
is
to
for
catch
sure
it.
black, though.
Huh?
Marcus is for sure black, but
He's black.
he's a quarter zip black. Like, I can tell.
Yeah. But he a quarter zip black that became quarter zip later in life.
Yes, because he wants the best for his family. And
Yes.
he's able to do it,
Yeah.
so he just works hard.
Oh, dog. So, like, so it's one of those things where, like, he's sitting there and he's like, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let this go.
Yeah.
You need this for whatever weird reason. I'm going to let this go. And then she's talking about sacrifice. And that's when he lost it.
Yeah.
And then he's
Yeah.
just like, no. And he puts the exchange, a facsimile of the exchange that he had with her. I imagine there's a lot more, like, explicitives than that was written.
Probably the worst. Dude, I know explicitives can come out and can really make a scene, but probably anything worse than an explicitive is giving the exact dollar amount and mental mathing. You owe me this much amount of money. Where's my check? That's a punch to the throat.
If you wanted your share, that's $9,600. Where's my check? Like, what?
But
He had it calculated out.
he did because he worked.
Yeah.
He put blood, sweat, and tears and did overtime.
Ah,
That's hard work.
it's hard work.
hard work.
But that's a situation. And he's just like, yo, am I wrong for this? And honestly, could you have handled it better? Probably.
The delivery should have been better.
But at the same time, though, like, you did what we expect of people, and then you had a very human reaction,
Yeah.
which is, like, I was letting it go.
Yeah.
And then you sat there and you're just like, we all have to sacrifice a little bit.
Or why was your first response, oh, the box.
Yeah.
I know, I see the keys in the box. I'm going to give it to him. I'm real excited. I'm going to just go ahead and shoot the gun now.
Oh, that's from all of us. And it's like,
Why would you do that?
and
What would possess you to do that?
I will say this. Good on you, Marcus, for not shattering your son's perspective
Yes.
on everybody else in the room.
Yes.
You told him leave. You don't need to see what's going on. Also, the fact you didn't tell your daughter to leave, you just like, yo, which goes to show you how you view your kids. Because you're like, your daughter can handle this, your son cannot.
Your son cannot handle this.
And so, like, you're like, you have too much of a tender heart to really see how these people act. I can't let you see that. Please leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then your daughter's like, but Dad's right, though. And then Mom's like, Jessica, stop.
And I was really going to give this story grace, too. I was like, not free stupidity, but real grace. I was going to go ahead and give some charity and say, like, yo, you know, in the end of the day, if she only contributed $200 and she would have said, this is from both of us, but let him give the box.
Yeah.
Like, I contributed, this is from both of us. He
Yeah.
would have been like, not really, but he probably wouldn't have said anything until later on in life when they are alone. Him and his son are alone.
Right.
Like, way off in the distance.
But there's nothing to say that he wouldn't have, knowing his sister, there's nothing to say that he wouldn't have said, hey, here you go. And he's like, oh, thanks, Mom and Dad. And he's like, hey, your sis is like, hey, your auntie
yeah.
chipped in on this as well. So make sure you thank her too.
Yes.
Like, there's nothing to say that he wouldn't have said that. Unless she was like a firm believer, like he is not going to say that because I could also see the situation. He probably would, but then something happened the week before or like several days before, and she knows she's not in the good graces with him, so there's no way he's gonna give her any credit for anything. So she's like, I gotta get in where I fit in.
And if you're someone else at this party in this room, and like, yo, you're just sitting there chewing on the potato salad and enjoying yourself, and she goes, "This is from all of us," and you're looking for your plate, like, And then he goes around, he hugs you. He's a sweet boy. Like, oh, thank you so much for helping me buy a car. And I'm like, yeah. I love you. You're my favorite. And he leaves like, what the heck? What are they talking about? I didn't buy no car. Did I sign something? Clarice, did you make me sign something? Like,
Yo, do you imagine the fear in your eyes? Like you're eating a chicken wing, and it's like it's from all of us, and you go, "Excuse me?"
Exactly.
And like, how much money are we putting towards this car?
Exactly.
What kind of car was it? I didn't get to vote. I only got $300 I could put towards this. What are you doing?
I always thought it was real weird for the family white elephant. You needed my credit card information for what? Now he's got a new car. Nah. Where's my check?
Where's my check? Give me my check. It's okay. So here's my thing. I would give it a 5. However, based on precedent, we could not give him a 5.
Yeah.
Based on precedent, we can't give him a 5.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I can't. I'm not saying the crash out was.
It's not as bad as some of the other crap.
It's not as bad as some of the other ones. We literally had a situation not too long. I don't even know if this has come out yet. I don't always listen to all of these, but like maybe I'll leave that be. This is gonna come out eventually. I won't give that example.
Okay.
But man, yeah, I gotta give you a 4. I understand it though. I understand exactly where you're coming from. Like your blood pressure is boiling, and I'm with you. Like I get it.
If we had a rating that was like, it's a 5 asterisk, this
Yeah.
would be one of those 5 asterisks. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, you did everything right.
You did everything right.
And it's just like that last needle punch of like whatever. Because even in this situation, I'm like, you even went the extra mile to make sure your son was out of the room so his impression of everybody else does not get dampered.
yes.
And so like it's that stuff where I'm just like, maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we put a category like, oh, this is a special case, boom, in that asterisk category.
I can also tell that Jessica, the other daughter, is the older sibling.
No, she's 16.
She's 16?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I must have missed that detail, but she seems a lot not
Or wait, no, hold on. No, you're right. She older.
okay. That's what I thought.
Right.
She's older because she has a bit of a tougher skin and a tougher exterior.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the kid's soft, but he lives a wholesome, oblivious life.
He is like, he cried over the thing,
Yeah.
which is not a bad thing.
It's not.
But the fact that he's genuinely going, as I'm reading this, I'm like, this seems like a work. But maybe it's because I'm cynical. But I'm like, yo, this feels like a work. But the dad's like, I know my son. I know when my son's lying. He wasn't lying. He was genuinely happy and thankful to and he went to everyone in the room thanking them so graciously that they did this. And he's like, you should have gave this to my sister. You didn't have to do this for me. Thank you so much.
Which tells me something about Marcus as a man. Like, yo, you got 2 solid kids, but you realize, like, maybe my parenting style is a little bit too rough on the first one. And he completely dialed it back to the second.
I'm going to pull back a little bit. I'm still going to get you, but I ain't going to get you as hard. Like, it's just...
But he didn't overcorrect to the fact that he's, like, real soft.
Yeah.
So, hey, you found a happy balance.
Yeah, that's good. It's learning the right amount. Right amount. All right, so like it's an asterisk. We're gonna give it a special category. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? KevinOver.org/Father the Father. KevinOver.org/
F2F.
But hear me out.
Your blood pressure.
Yo, Father Greg, Dr. G, what's good? I know it sounds clear, I know it's misunderstood. The story's wild, yes, out there, no doubt. But just lean in close, just hear me out. Hear me, hear me, hear me out.
Back when I needed a man, all I got handed was traps. Said, boy, go be great, but gave me no pass, so I bled from the faith I ain't know I still had. Good advice don't come cheap. Real ones ran wisdom, don't tweet. Now I walk through the dark, trying not to repeat the same fake love that they handed to me. They come to me now like I know the route. Big bro, what's the play? Can you help me out? And I tried not to laugh, but I see myself back when I was broke, begging somebody else. Ain't no manual for this, just pressure and heat. You get burnt by the ones that you thought brought peace. Told my little man, don't believe what you see. Even angels fall hard when they run in the street.
All the advice.
Sure.
All right, this one it starts off as saying, I'm Kayla, 21, senior, sorority girl, fully engaged, but not engaged, not technically.
What? What is fully but not technically engaged? What does that mean?
She says, I'm fully engaged but not technically engaged to
Oh,
my
please
boyfriend.
don't be stalking this man or be like, oh, my boyfriend's got a wife
Mason.
and kids.
Okay. So I'm fully engaged but not technically engaged to my boyfriend Mason, 24, because we've been together for 3 years and everybody already assumes like we're getting married, and my parents and our parents vacation together, and his mom calls me the future Mrs. Bennett. So it's pretty much locked in. I just don't have the ring yet. The issue is his younger sister, Alyssa. She's 19. She ended up moving in with us temporarily after transferring schools. Ever since, I feel like I'm dating both of them emotionally. She's always there. She knows his schedule better than I do. They have these weird inside jokes. They cook together, watching TV together, hold hands. She's always sitting on his lap. She has sibling languages, not baby talk, but they talk weirdly towards each other. And she always, what's a nuzzle with your nose?
Oh, yeah. You know, nuzzle. It's like you go nose to nose. That's,
Oh,
I just had that visual. That's not, what?
oh,
Sits on his lap. I just clocked
fully
that.
understands. They always nuzzle with your
19.
nose. Yeah. I know they're siblings. I know. But sometimes I feel like I'm competing in my own relationship that existed way before me. And it doesn't actually need me to survive. The other night, he canceled plans with me because she was having a panic attack about finals. And I got irrationally mad because my immediate thoughts were, if we were married and had kids, would I come second to his family? Which sounds awful because obviously you should care about your sister. So my question is, how do you tell the difference between a healthy family closeness and emotional embellishment? Because everyone's telling me I'm jealous of his sister and I sound insane. But I feel like I'm seeing a dynamic and no one else is acknowledging it. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yo, this is a great question. I'm just going to go ahead and start out just by saying this. Wherever you are, if you're listening to this response, you are not crazy. You are seeing something that no one else sees because you live together with this individual. You see 100% of the interaction, and plus if they're always together, you're watching them. But the problem is, because you're in your place of rest and you're seeing this, you can't go anywhere. Now you're in a spot where if you want to find peace without her there, you got to try and take the person that you're dating and take the individual outside of your place of rest to spend time with this individual. And that's if he doesn't bring her along or she doesn't show up, things of that nature. Now, I think it's a little bit weird just based off of what you describe their relationship is. I think it's a little bit weird. I'm not going to say there's anything ill toward happening. That would be extreme. I don't think that anything like that is happening. But you are uncomfortable. And the reality is, if you say this out loud to other people who don't understand what it's like to live in that space, in your particular spot, they're going to say that you're crazy. They're going to say that you're jealous. And that sucks on their part and on yours. One, because you want them to support you. Two, on your part, because it kind of force isolates you if you complain. And so all this is to say, listen, a conversation needs to be had, because that question that you had is, am I going to come in second place if I get married and have kids? Am I going to come in second place to his family? And I want to say no. But based on this trajectory, it's a high possibility that might happen. But then again, it could not happen because his sister is 19 and she's in college. Eventually, if she gets a boyfriend or she has some other form of reality to rub up against her reality, and she, starts getting out of the house and starts to grow up and mature a little bit, she should have been happening already, but she starts to grow up and mature a little bit, then maybe the relationship changes. But man, nuclear option would be attacking the sister-in-law or the sister of your almost fiance. That would be the nuclear option. Don't do that if you don't have to.
Yeah.
The first person you want to go to and have a conversation with is your boyfriend. Also, second of all, watch what happens within his family and what that dynamic is like. If you don't want to do the boyfriend option, just silently watch what is the dynamic between the siblings within his family. Also, how does his mom interact with his dad, and how does the dad interact with the mom? You're going to learn a whole lot about the background and the family history of why the two are so close, and also how their relationship is bonded together.
Yeah.
If you understand the bond, you understand exactly what's happening and what the root is of why there's a special language, why she feels comfortable enough at 19 years old to sit on his lap, and why she is emotionally clung to this individual, because there is a reason for that.
Yeah. And the other part of it as well is like they have an interesting relationship, and I agree with you. It doesn't mean that something is untoward by any stretch of the imagination. It just means they have an interesting relationship. You can ask him about it, but he's going to be like, I don't know what you mean. It's whatever. One thing you do have to be aware of, you are competing with her. That's a real reality. Because it's for the time of the brother. Because you don't have anything with the brother. From her perspective, from the sister's perspective, you're like any other girl. There's no status between you and the brother. And so you're like any other girl, and so there is no commitment there. Until which time there's a status change for you, like you're floating. And so I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds weird, but when you really think about it, like if you have a family and you have someone come into it, like, okay, yeah, I'm living with my wife. You come to the house. Now we are competing for Brittany's time. Brittany now has to make decisions on who to spend time with.
Yeah.
Always. Every time. If she decides to sit next to you on the couch, she has to make the calculation that I won't get pissed that she's sitting next to you on the couch. And it's not like anything's happening. It's just the natural thing that occurs. Now, the thing is, in our family, it made no difference.
No.
It made absolutely no difference. And it was just one of those things where it's like, yeah, all three of us are on the couch. It was whatever. But but also I would say we are a little abnormal in that sense, where we're very vocal and very expressive about like, hey, here's what's in my thoughts, here is the situation. Most people are not like that.
That's true.
And so they internalize it, and then that it gets expressed in their behavior. And so it's this idea of like, because there's nothing between the three of us, I'm going with the strongest bond. So she's like, I have the strongest bond with the person. So I get priority over you. If you were fiance, then my bond weakens because you are fiance.
Yeah.
I still have a little bit of a stronger bond, but it's weaker. If you were wifey, I'm done. Because now he is moving on with you.
That's the idea.
But that's the notion.
Right. That's what's supposed to
And
happen.
so in this situation, you're just a random girl he's living with. So you mean nothing.
Even though this is their place together, and then she moved
I know.
in with you guys.
That's why it's insidious. It's like you're just a random girl he's living with. This is why the church says don't live with nobody.
It's exactly why. This is exactly why. Because these
It's the
issues
level of
start.
anxieties. It's the levels of anxieties, my guy.
There's so many levels to this.
Duh. But yo, just listen, keep your chin up. Just be like, hey yo, let's go get a ring. If we gonna be about that life, let's just go get a ring. You could just get a ring and get the process started.
Yeah.
And just chill on it. You don't even got to get married right away. But the fact that you get a ring and get the process started, that will drastically, you can watch her change in real time, and that will drastically change the dynamic. And internally for you, your mental will be different because now you're not competing anymore. You're like, he's my fiance. Done. So if he has a go, you'll be like, oh yeah, boob, go deal with your sister. Because you're my fiance. Instead of, ooh, if your sister says something about me and your bond is so close, because this is what she's not saying. If your sister says something about me and your bond is so close and she says, get away from her, will you
happens
leave
then?
me? I know we've been together for 3 years, but I didn't clock this. You doing nuzzles with your nose. Ooh,
That's a bit much.
that's a lot. Like, but that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Gracious. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it really is. All right, we'll do one more and then we'll get out of here. Hey, y'all. I'm Tamika, 27, from Houston. I got a question because my whole family says I'm wild. My cousin Jerome is 31. He got rich off of a massive construction company. He bought my mom a house. I'm really proud of him. But the problem is every single family event feels weird. People are talking weird around him. Everybody has these brand new business ideas. Everyone's talking about Jerome always had a vision and they're just being fake. At Thanksgiving, he literally hid that he paid for the catering just to see who would complain about the food if they thought it came from Aunt Denise. And they did. And he just sat back and took notes. And all he said was, oh, I think it was pretty good. And they're like, nah, the turkey was dry. The sweet potatoes sucked. This, that, and the third. He asked me what I thought. And I said, no, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, the turkey was kind of dry, but when you put the gravy on it, it hit a certain type of way. He said, thank you for being honest. Now, here's my problem. The other day, he bought me a brand new house and said,
Whoa.
I'm leaving you a lot of money in my company. In case something happens to me, everything goes to you. My mom was over when he said it.
No.
And she can't stop talking. And so now everybody thinks that I set up the whole family.
I saw that coming from miles away soon. Poor thing.
And they said I'm a gold digger for him.
What?
I sold out my family to be a gold digger for my cousin. Some of them even going as far as saying I lust after my cousin. They said another word, but it changes to lust. Lust after my cousin.
Wow.
So my question is very simple. I love my family, but this pretty much showed me their true colors. Do I just separate myself fully from them and live my life? Or do I lean into it and just allow everything to be transactional?
That's a good question.
This is a very good question.
It's a very good question.
And it's just like, can I just say, it's a crappy situation.
Oh, it's a horrible situation because there's a lot of deplorable behavior that's happening here.
And plus, he came to her as like, hey, if something ever happens to me, you get everything. I want you to have everything.
Yeah.
You don't know why he's saying it. He's just saying it.
Also, the fact that he knows his family's like this, he really should have gone the extra mile to do this in private and make sure it's in private.
But he probably thought maybe mom's has been like good or whatever. But
maybe.
you don't know. You probably thought mom's was like, yo, she's not going to say anything. Or he didn't know she was in the house. And she was like, you never know. You never know. I don't know.
I'm not saying like it's like, it's poo poo on him. Like nothing like that. I'm just saying.
No. But yeah, no, I feel what you're saying. Like, yo, whatever. Or at that point, he's just like, I don't care.
Maybe.
Hey, listen, I love you as my cousin. I don't care about everybody else. I don't care who hears me. You get everything.
I'm like, yeah, I feel that. I feel that. But also, you put an undue amount of stress on this individual who may not be as strong as you. They may not be at the level of screw you money. Like,
Yeah.
they may not be on that level yet. So, like, hey.
DiCaprio money. Yeah, DiCaprio money.
DiCaprio money. I mean,
Or Pat McAfee money. The type of Pat McAfee money for you to start chanting different school slogans on TV type of money. Like, you know?
Yeah. Yo, listen. I'm going to just tell you like this. Your family's wilding, all right? Your family is out here. They are the ones who are gold diggers. Also, it's real gross. It's real gross that we're throwing around the term gold digger because that comes from a person who's marrying into a family. You're part of this family. The other people on the other side are trying to get whatever they can out of your family at the same time, out of one person. So let's not play this game as if this is your problem or your fault. You are simply living life, and God has blessed this individual with hard work, with vision, with mastery over skill. They worked their butt off, and they made a lot of money. And how they're going to choose to use their money is up to them. That's their tool. Money is a tool. It's the end of the day. It's just like a hammer. You can use a hammer to go ahead and build a house. You can use a hammer to kill somebody. One is good, one is evil. Choose the good. And so, yo, your family member isn't dead yet. He's not. He's still alive and well and kicking. Unless he decided to tell you this because he thought his family was going to kill him, like Count Olaf in a series of unfortunate events. I don't know. Like, he's still alive and kicking. There's years and years and years to deal with this. Here's how we answer the question. Should you cut your family off? No, not for this reason. However, your family is going to choose whether or not you're going to be able to cut them off. Your family is going to be the decider on whether or not you're going to cut them off. And this is what I mean. You just basically live your life. You go about living your life being the good person that you are. As they say in scripture, when Jesus was being accused and they brought him all the way to the praetorium and had all the Pharisees going at him and spitting and clubbing him and trying to say, like, defend yourself against our ideas, defend yourself against all our accusations. You belong to us. We are the authority. We have the ability to kill you whenever we want. Defend yourself against us. And it said, like a sheep before the shears, he stayed silent. Because he didn't need to defend himself to them. They don't have authority over him. And he knew that. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, they kicked him, they beat him, and they plucked his beard, and they did all this stuff. And eventually, yeah, they killed him. They absolutely killed him. Yep. But it was all part of the plan.
Yeah.
And he didn't need to ever justify who he was or his actions. He said it all before. These people knew him from a long time. He said, I was in the temple how many days, how many weeks preaching to you, and you were sitting there listening, guffawing at me, mouth open, not able to believe the things that came out of my mouth, and you never arrested me. What's different from then to now? It's the same exact thing. You don't owe these people an explanation about why you're doing what you're doing. You don't owe them an explanation about why that money was given to them. If they really want an explanation, they can call him because they don't want to hear the truth. Truth is, they didn't deserve it. Therefore, they didn't get it.
We also got to stop doing this thing where you have two people of the opposite sex and you just go like, oh, you're definitely trying to sleep with this person.
That's your family member. That's mad. That's out of pocket.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, to me, that takes it over the top. Where you're sitting there going like, oh, the only reason why you got this is because you were trying to sleep with him. Which is wild to me. And the other thing is, This type of move from him, to me, suggests I'm done with everybody.
Yeah.
Also, here's your bag because you held me down. That's it.
Yes.
That is the type of move this is. And so she's just sitting there going like, oh, shoot, thanks. And that's it. And everybody else is just pissed because they know they're not getting anything.
Exactly. Also, if we're going to go ahead and do a one-to-one comparison, if the reason she got this money because she was trying to sleep with him or allegedly did sleep with him, doesn't that mean that the other side would be that you could do the same exact thing? Why don't you try that and see how that goes for you?
But also, why would he say it in front of moms? Like
yeah,
that
that's
would be
so weird.
That'd be weird at that point. If that relationship already existed, it would have been at his house that he would have said it. Like, but like, all I'm saying is like, if you're logically thinking about it, like obviously you're just saying it out of jest, but if you're really, really deep in it, you're like, okay, I'm going to say this. You would have never found out.
Oh, no, fam. This sounds like a lot of Neanderthal behavior.
Man. All I'm saying is, listen, you're asking a good question, but at this point, it's one of those things where you got to pick and choose your stress levels.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Pick and choose stress levels. If you know they're going to act a fool, but you want to be able to spend time with them, go spend time with your moms, go spend time with whoever that you want to spend time with, because you know your stress level is going to get to a certain point. Once it gets to a certain point, you'd be like, all right, I'm out. There's no reason to expose yourself to more stress.
Nope.
Life is already stressful as it is.
That's for sure.
All right, man.
Gracious.
You ever ask for advice and they laugh at you or worse? They give it with strings attached. I learned some people don't help to help, they help to hold you. So be careful who speaks over your soul, cause not every God told me came from God. Not every I got you means you're safe. Some just wanna wear your story like a chain. Good advice is a treasure map buried in pain. Real truth ain't loud, it don't chase fame. Now I write what I needed, tattooed in flame, for the next lost soul walking out of that rain.
So the Catholic Number Research Team did their 1-2 thing. This is another conspiracy theory. Yeah, we got it. Don't look at me that way. I know the last couple of ones are just like, damn. I was like, yeah, no, this one's actually kind of fun. All right. So this one is called Any Percent Mass Run.
What?
Yeah. So they go, this is my conspiracy. Mass is basically Formula One, and the Roman Missal is the rule book. Open up your third eye for a second.
All right, I'm tracking.
In Formula One, every team is trying to build the fastest car possible, but they all have the same restraints, same chassis regulations, same safety requirements, same technical directives.
Right.
So what do? They don't break the rules. They read the rules harder than anyone else.
True.
Steering assist is banned. Okay. But the rules say nothing about brake assist. If braking affects steering, if better braking lets you rotate the car better, then congratulations, you just improved steering without technically improving steering. That's not cheating. It's regulation exploitation. That's Formula One. Now translate that into the Roman Missal. The Roman Missal is the FIA rulebook. Priests are the teams. The liturgy is the race. And some priests, they show up, drive in the car, finish pole position 12 every Sunday. Consistent. But some of them, and this is where my conspiracy comes in, some of them, they show up to game. They show up to dominate and put numbers on the board. Because they're up in the garage at 2 a.m. with the Roman Missal like, okay, what does this actually say?
What race are we?
So, for example, homily length. Does the Missal say, thou shalt preach for 7 minutes? No. So, you got two builds. Casual build, 5 to 7 minutes, a homily, or ego build. 30-minute monologue.
Ego build.
30-minute monologue. Both are legal. When it comes to incense, does it specify the brand, type, density? No. It just says you can use it. So now you have priests running light setups, which have low drag, minimal interference, or full smoke screen setups, which has zero visibility.
And if you're soft, you got the hypoallergenic.
Right? With immaculate vibes. Again, all legal.
True.
Legal variations. Now, here's where the wild part comes in. And this is where the percentages come in. Time optimization. So, the theory is there are priests out there who are actively in every diocese putting up numbers for the different categories. You have any percent mass, which is one category. 100% mass, full rubric run. You have glitchless mass run. You have the golden mass run. Okay? And every diocese has the names of people who are accomplishing these runs.
That's true.
And everyone knows who accomplishes the runs. And that is associated with their brand moving forward within the diocese. Mm-hmm. So, and they go forward 100%, like any mass run is a 35-minute mass.
Yeah.
So there's no restrictions except for validity. So anything goes except for validity. It has to be a valid mass. It has to be valid and licit.
Just get inside the goalposts.
Right. You can skip anything optional, tight transitions, minimal homily, clean execution. That's it. 35 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then you have 100% full rubric mass run. That's where you include everything. Eucharistic prayer 1. All optional paths are taken. You max out all optional paths. Mm-hmm. You read all of the bracketed texts.
Easter Vigil.
No skips, no shortcuts. Full mass run. High prestige.
Prestige.
Then you have the glitchless run, which is 45 minutes guaranteed. It has to be 45 minutes, no more, no less. You follow everything properly, but you optimize. Eucharistic prayer 3, faster cycle time, pre-stage altar setup, efficient movement patterns, no wasted movements around the altar, up or down the stairs, and altar servers. That's where you lose a lot of time.
That's true.
No exploits, just clean mechanics. Or you go for the golden run, an actual hour, 60 minutes to the nose. Everything runs perfectly. Homily lands clean, transitions are smooth, congregation comes in and out of communion quickly.
Hard. That's hard. You gotta train them.
But you don't rush. You can't rush them.
Hurry, but don't rush.
Yeah. You flow, and you are done and unvested in 60 minutes. He's like, I'm telling you, every diocese has a list, and these priests have their own personal best, and they secretly pass the notes amongst each other, and that's why you have some priests going through mass so quickly, because they're trying to move themselves up the leaderboard. 1 to 10, out to lunch, or 10. I mean,
I
close to the truth. What do you think?
10. That's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. It is. I know these people. Like, I know these individuals who have said that, and it's like, you do an hour and 6 minutes for Easter Vigil. I know you didn't. Like, you just like it makes you like, what's the fat that we could cut? What could? It's my altar service. I can't replace my altar service. I walked into Easter Vigil mass into the sacristy, and I walked in and looked at my altar service in the face and said, "Listen, I'm Tom Brady tonight. You guys are my receivers. I'm going to throw you the ball. Don't drop the ball when I throw it to you." Like, I was straight. And they did good. They did good.
Yo, I will tell you this. There's a lot of truth in this, because I've had, like, when I was growing up, at my home parish, I was the head altar server. Mm-hmm. My pastor put me as the head altar server at 8 years old, which was like a wild thing. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I'm like, that was wild. But like, at the time, I was just like, oh yeah, because I'm always at the parish and I'm always with him, and I was his, like, he was my mentor, so like it made sense. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody questioned it. But like, when it came down to major masses, like Holy Thursday Mass, right? There was, we called it a tradition to soften the blow, but there was this thing of like game time cuts where like he would come in, like, I'm gonna tell you, my mentor would come in. I love him. Monsignor would come in, and he'd look at the altar servers, and he'd pull me aside and say, "Gio, 3 of them gotta go. You know who." And then I gotta tell them D-Best.
Yo. Our company's going in a different direction.
No. I gotta tell them D-Best because he wanted to go, like, he's like, yo, I'm using Eucharistic prayer number 2. Like, he'll come up to me and go, like, 2. I'll put up 2, like, yo, he's using Eucharistic prayer number 2. These people can't do it. They only know 3. I got to divest them, put in the people who know 2. I got like,
Yo.
like, it'd be something like that. Or, like, yo, I remember one Easter, he comes in, everything's stoked. Everybody's just like, whoo, hey, church is packed. The lady who's getting up to read, she's a, bless her heart, but she's a slow reader. She reads, in the name of the Father and of the Son, and she has those long pauses. He walks in, pulls me aside, and then he hits me in the chest and goes, 3. And I was like, okay. Which basically means he's using Eucharistic prayer number 3, which means she can't be the reader. If he's using 3, she can't be the reader because it's not going to add anything to the Mass. It's just going to prolong things and take people out of it. So I had to go to her and be like, hey, listen, this is a game time decision. We're subbing you out. No, and we're subbing you out. So instead of you doing lecture, we're putting you as the delivering the gifts.
Oh, that's a downgrade.
And then we rotated another lady who was supposed to be the cantor as the lector, and because she reads more on point.
That's crazy. Because you
Dog.
gotta look at the front pew and be like, Lucille, get warm. Get the game.
That's what
and
it was.
She stands so slowly, like, it's my time to shine, honey.
That's really what it was. That's really what it was. I can't tell you the amount of like optimizations that were happening, but it was just like, yeah. Yeah, like sometimes, other times, like we did have a priest. He's dead now, so it is what it is. But I'm still not gonna bait him out. But like he would walk in and he'd take off his watch every time. He'd take off his watch and then put it on the ambo, and it was his way of like, I am in the Mass. But it never came across like I'm in the Mass. It came across like, you all have until this clock goes off, because once this clock goes off, I'm out. Like that's how it always came across. But in his mind, he's like, oh, I'm so in the Mass, I don't even need to look at time. Like that was the mentality that he was going.
That's not what I'm seeing.
That's not what
I'm
anybody
saying. I'm
saw.
going to take off my watch before I get blood on it. Like, I'm going to beat you. Like, that's like, what did I do?
Dog. He took it off like before Mass would start. He'd take it off, walk over to the ambo before he even says the Lord be with you, the first Lord be with you. He would walk over to the ambo, take off the watch, place it there, look at the time, and then put it down, and then go back and say, the Lord be with you. Like the flattest Lord be with you thing you can imagine. But like when you talk to him, beautiful guy, deeply spiritual, but like just the affect was just not there. Not there. Never had a Mass longer than 45 minutes though. Never had a Mass longer than 45. I had never seen that before. Before him, I'd never seen it before.
Wow.
Because my mentor always had about 60 minutes. He always ran just around 60. Just like 55 or 65 or 60 on the nose. But he, 45 minutes. It was never shorter, but it was 45 minutes. And then we got the Filipino priest, 35 minutes Masses. I was like, oh, snap. We could do that?
Yeah.
We could do that?
Speed run.
I was like, damn. Okay, Celeste.
That's daily Mass.
Yeah, man. I didn't know that was possible. So what do you think?
No, absolutely. That's a 10 out of 10.
10 out of
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, cool. Whew. It was a good show, ain't it?
Always.
Hey. I'm Dr. Giovanni, and he is Father Greg Lambert. We love you. You're very special.
Go forth and bear good fruit.
We out!
Where life and faith meet.
Father to Father is a production of Spirit Stream Studios. All rights reserved.